We're here working on this Flowtech pump today. There was a bit of a problem with the gas tank, rather rusty inside. So what we did was we took off the bolts that held it on and then took off the fuel line and then rigged up this little bottle here with some gas in it, and it goes straight to the fuel line down there and then into the carburetor. So then we're gonna give it a test to make sure the engine runs and see if it's worth cleaning the gas tank or finding a new one. So you can see it kind of splattered out like a muddy color after shaking it for a long time. That's what comes out. So I'll empty it out and then wash the inside, and then hopefully most of the rust is gone. Maybe I'll have to repeat it again. The tank was old and rusted out, and then we tried to clean it and sandblast it, but it blew a hole in it, so I got rid of that. I was able to find a used tank. Same tank, same setup with the bolts and mounting points, because a lot of these small engines are just the same. Some just have a different name on them, and all I needed to do was make sure that there was the same hose in the same spot so that it connects to that outlet. So now what I'm going to do is just install it, and it should work. On the bottom here you can see that there's two mounting points side by side, and then across from the gas outlet there's one more nut threaded in there. So the way we set it up, these two are going to go down there, and then on the other side you put it in right there. But of course, before we do that, we're going to have to hook up the gas line. So it's a little tricky just because this one's in a tight space, but it is pretty simple. So once you get the fuel line right there attached, you're just going to set it in. This bolt hole lines up really easily once you align these two. So sometimes, for my case, it's hitting the exhaust, so you just have to maneuver it. Sometimes it's really simple. So in order to get the long bolt in, I find it works to use a 1/4-inch drive, and you get a deep socket and then a long extension, and you also have to pull off the spark plug wire. Alternatively, you could just take out the spark plug. This seems to work pretty well. So I'm just gonna tighten that first because it's a hard bolt, and I'll get to the easy ones. And then on the bottom here, there's just one bolt right there, one bolt right there. So you just tighten those nuts and should be good to go. So with all three of those fasteners together, it'll be good just to fill it up now. And as you can see in there, it's a lot cleaner of a tank than what I had before, so it should be great and I won't have to worry about it. Yeah.